soon.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Busch Series on FX, presented by John Deere. Our John Deere trivia question. Jamie McMurray is trying to tie whose record for winning 4 in a row?
Oh, man, this is really hard. What do you think, Larry?
I think his first name and his last name starts with the same letter.
And then I've seen him on TV saying 6.
That's my number.
Anybody not get it yet? Jeannie?
My fault. I just had to
well, Hermie, we're jumping live to the air. The guys up top want to know, okay, what happened? So I guess you could start the story all over again.
Well, it's my fault. I don't know what happened to the 43 to get him sideways, but my car was really fast up on the high side, and I jumped up on the outside of the 20 to make a pass, and my guy said, you know, caution's out. And as soon as I looked up, the 43 was there. I started slowing down and started turning down at the bottom, and when I did, he let go of the brakes, and, you know, he didn't see me coming. I mean, so it's my fault. I should have slowed down quicker, but say hello to everybody at home. I'm fine. Thanks, everybody, for the fans' car and everybody for supporting us. You know, we had a really good car going, and so can't seem to get to the end of these things, but I'm fine, and we'll try again in Vegas.
Oh, so close. Matt?
Kevin Bonamania's car will restart from the 4th position. Twice last year, you finished 2nd. When a caution came out late, ruining your chance for a win, how is your car on the short run now, Bono?
Right now it's pretty good. We've improved our short run game from last year to this year. The long-term goal is still run good on the long run here, and you got to do that. So you got a couple of Winston Cup veterans in front of us, and Martin's used to these 20-25 lapper at Wall Stadium trying to shoot out. So we went up on air a little bit, and
he has finished 2nd, searching his first Busch Series win. Mike?
Field jostling a bit as they get to turn 3 to try to get to double file. Lead lap cars on the outside, led by Kevin Harvick.
And they go up on the air a little bit on these short runs, so because they don't want to take it takes too long for the pressure to come up, so they add a little air so he can go fast on these short runs.
And I was mistaken, Darrell. Robbie Gordon did not get the free pass. That was given to Jason Keller. So there's Robbie right alongside race leader Kevin Harvick. He's the first car 1 lap down as we get the green flag. 22 to go. 21 to go, rather.
21 to go.
Oh, intensity is picking up.
Robbie Gordon in that 55 car, he races his teammate pretty hard through 1 and 2. He's trying to get back on the lead lap. Meanwhile, Jamie McMurray in the 30 car eases it into turn 3, gets a run on the bottom. Robbie Gordon carries Harvick all the way to the top of the racetrack.
Oh, boy. Those are supposedly teammates sometime. Not today, though.
There's the man out front now, Jamie McMurray in that 30 car. He's going for 4 in a row.
And you know, Larry, he was coming on strong just before that caution came out, so I think he's going to be off. He's got a good chance of tying Martin's record.
He's been a rocket the last 100 miles. McMurray has.
Kevin Harvick finally clears Robbie Gordon in the 55 car. I think he acknowledges he's not very happy with what went on right there. Those two guys have pulled away from the 3rd place car, Martin Truex Jr., though, but in the meanwhile, Jamie McMurray has pulled away about 10 car lengths with about 19 laps to go.
Only 4 times in NASCAR Busch Series history has one driver won 4 in a row at one track. And Jamie McMurray just turned the fastest lap of the day just now.
178 laps into this race, and right now he just ran over 2/10 quicker than 2nd place Kevin Harvick in the 21.
Dale Earnhardt won 4 in a row at Daytona. Jack Ingram 4 in a row at South Boston, as did Tommy Ellis and Mark Martin here.
He just ran 100. What is this? 24.78.
It's fast.
About 147 miles per hour. That's average on a 1-mile racetrack this deep into the race. I think we always underestimate the speed at this 1-mile racetrack.
We do, and of course, you know, in the opening I was saying, is it the car or is it the driver? Well, I guess we know now.
Speaking of the car he drove last year is that #1 of Johnny Benson, who is in 9th place and battling hard for 7th.
And he's had a tough day, man. Went to the back, had a flat, had to go into pits, went to the back again. So Benson's done a great job of getting himself back up here in the front.
I mean, this is a dogfight right here from David Green, who's up in 5th place, all the way back to Johnny Benson, who's in 9th.
Green is that green car, the 37. Passing the 4 of Mike Wallace. And now under pressure from the 5 of Kyle Busch.
And see, David Green, this is the thing he does so well. He just quietly gets those top 5 and 10 finishes. That's why he's going to be a championship contender in the Busch Series.
The one change in the point system in the Busch Series for 2004 is 5 more points for winning a race.
You know, Darrell, right now, as we watch Jamie McMurray in the 30 car with about 14 laps to go, he's not going to have to deal with any lap cars. And he can kind of look in that mirror. His crew chief's giving him the lap times. He can kind of run his own race right here and take care of things.
He's definitely just pulling away from everybody else. And that's just great concentration, great focus. And he's turned it on when it counts.
What do you concentrate on if you're in the middle of that wad of cars for 6 right there?
Well, a lot of things. Is somebody going to run into me and wreck me is the biggest thing.
You're watching for Mike Wallace, the number 4, who is 2 laps down. There's Benson.
What a roller coaster he's had. Remember, sat on the buck pole yesterday, disqualified after qualifying, had to go to the rear of the field, works his way back up, has a flat tire, almost goes a lap down, gets a caution, and now he's back up here battling to stay in the top 10.
And quite honestly, if he was up front, I think he has a car that, looking at the lap times, it's good enough to be out there leading the race.
He's definitely passed more cars than anyone today.
He has.
Kenny Wallace trying to pass brother Mike. Kenny is 1 lap down. Actually, they're both 1 lap down.
Of a battle right here as we look at David Green in the 37 and Kyle Busch in the 5. We're going to have a battle for second here pretty quick, I think, between Kevin Harvick in the 21 and Martin Truex Jr. in the 8. Truex has reeled Harvick in here in the last couple of laps. Right now, Martin Truex Jr. is running quicker even than the leader, but he's almost 2 seconds behind Jamie McMurray.
And only has 11 laps left to go.
Right now, Jamie McMurray, he has a couple of cars up in front of him. He just wants this thing to stay green the rest of the way. No cautions. Don't bunch these guys back up for me.
Well, we know the car was good, Darrell, but we know Jamie McMurray. What makes him so good at this racetrack?
It's just one of those. I can remember going to Bristol and winning lots and lots of races. I would go there every time I'd win. I'd say, I don't know. I just like this place. It has a lot to do with the driver's attitude. A lot of guys come here and say, I hate this place, slip sliding all over the place. I don't like it. He comes in there with a good positive attitude. He goes out and wins the race.
That's the battle for 6 right there with Kyle Busch in the 5, Johnny Sauter in 27, Martin Truex Jr. with 9 laps to go. He goes by Kevin Harvick for second place. Remember, he finished second here in the October race.
There's 2 things that I always think about. One is the driver knows where he is, but the car doesn't.
Right.
And so the driver obviously makes a huge difference.
Johnny Sauter still working on Kyle Busch. 6th place. And Truex now 1.7 off the lead. There's Truex.
You know what a great run this would be for Martin Truex Jr. even to finish second. Remember, he sat on the pole at Daytona, got into the practice wreck, and then had the big wreck on Monday in the makeup part of that race. So this would be a good recovery for these guys even to come home second.
Didn't he finish second here last fall?
Second, yeah.
Matt?
In fact, under that caution, Kevin Bonomania said, yes, we want the win, but let's also think of the bigger picture. We're 27th in points. Even though the Chance 2 team with Dale Jr. won and leads the Busch Series point standings coming in, which, by the way, the last time the same driver led both, the Big E, Dale Earnhardt, back in 1991 when they left Rockingham, but they want to come out of here with the win. Driver of the 8 is asking for all lap cars to go to the high side so he can try the bottom, Mike.
The problem is you don't have that many lap cars to deal with right now as they come by. 5 laps to go this time, and actually he was a little slower than Jamie McMurray. Actually, that lap a little quicker than McMurray.
0.5-second lead.
He's definitely nibbling away at that lead, and Jamie's getting ready to come up on the back of some slow cars here that could have an outcome in this race.
Trying to tie Mark Martin for 4 in a row at Rockingham, and then it's the overall record, which is 5. Ingram won 5 in a row at South Boston, not 4, and Dale Earnhardt 5 in a row at Daytona. Martin's 4-peat is the most recent.
Jamie is, we're going to get 3 to go this time. He definitely is in some lap cars, but they seem like they're yielding to him pretty good. A little bit, one goes low, one goes high for him. But Martin Truex Jr. will have to deal with those same cars.
Yeah. But Jamie's good enough. His car's good enough. He can kind of pick and choose. He went right between them, so the car's obviously working really good for him.
And he's still the fastest car on the racetrack on the stopwatch. This battle won't give up. 6th place, Kyle Busch in the 5 with Johnny Sauter.
And they run 2 definite grooves. Johnny Sauter in the 27. He's been hugging that white line since the drop of the green flag. Kyle Busch has had to run different lines.
With 2 to go, that's the best battle on the track, and looks like Sauter was there.
As they come to the line now for about, this should be the white flag lap actually for Jamie McMurray. He's going to clear Casey Kane to 38. Smooth sailing from here. No more lap cars.
No, but that 8 car is there. I mean, you know, one slip.
He's not far back. 5 car lengths back.
One slip here off of either that turn 2 or down here in 3 and 4, and he's going to open the door.
2 of the young guns,
Here
Jamie
comes Truex.
McMurray.
He's driving that baby in there for all she's worth.
He bailed her in there. He did what he had to do.
And it slid up the hill on him. Jamie McMurray.
Bring it home, buddy. Come on. That's 4 in a row right here. 4 in a row.
Jamie McMurray wins the Goody's Headache Powders 200.
One thing I noticed about McMurray, he gets into the corner smoother than anybody I see here.
Trouble at start finish. Ashton Lewis and Kenny Wallace crash.
That was a battle.
Oh, 15. Come on, boy, slow down. Man.
Now, even on the last lap, the cars do not race to the flag if the caution is displayed.
Yeah,
but that all happened way behind Jamie McMurray.
And they're over here. They're across the finish line. Those guys are racing to the finish line. So,
Darrell, this has to be so rewarding for Jamie McMurray, though, to have accomplished what he has accomplished with 3 different race teams.
That is amazing right there. And it answers your question. Was it the car or the driver? Now we know.
Now we know.
Ashton Lewis in his unsponsored car and Kenny Wallace in a pickup ride were battling for 15th at the flag when they collided. Coming off turn 4.
Whoops. Kenny come up in front of Ashton there to try to, I wouldn't say necessarily block him. That's just kind of what happens here. And you see the results.
Shame to tear up 2 good race cars in the last 100 feet of the race.
For 15th place.
And especially since that's Stanton Barrett's car, the 91 car that he basically put Kenny Wallace in where he could start this race.
We'll be back as Jamie McMurray has won 4 in a row at the Rock.